Hi, I'm Andrew from Creative Guitar. I had a question come into the studio this week from Garrett out in Cleveland, Ohio. He wrote in saying, "Hi Andrew, I was hoping you could follow up on something that my own guitar teacher couldn't explain to me all that well." He's a rock player, and his question is more of a fingerstyle topic. It's called Travis picking. There are some explanations I found through Google, but most of the YouTube videos I've watched are just guys playing really fast and not really explaining it very well. Hope you'll do a video on this. Thanks, and thanks for writing in, Garrett. Appreciate it. And most certainly, it's a fun thing to learn how to do. Travis picking is what is most often referred to as basically a pattern picking technique. And this particular term, it kind of pays respect to a famous country and western singer named Merle Travis, who enjoyed a long career that spanned over 40 years in the music business. So this technique can be used with either the thumb and the index finger or the thumb, index, and middle fingers. And it creates a busy style that blends lines picked by the fingers and rhythmic bass patterns picked or strummed by the thumb. So because this approach is a pattern and it repeats over and over, covering basically any type of chord, it actually can be performed, it can be learned to a high degree of skill and performed very fast. And it offers a really cool way of playing fingerstyle with all kinds of chord progressions. There's a new Pearl Jam song called Just Breathe. It's used in that piece. There's a classic by Kansas called Dust in the Wind. You probably have heard of that song. It's used in that piece as well. So what I'd like to do in this video is I want to show you a popular Travis picking pattern and how to cover 6th, 5th, and 4th string root chords, like D major, C major, and G major type chords. And I'd also like to include a nice Merle Travis classic turnaround lick. So I guess, without further ado, let's zoom in on the neck and get started. So what I'll have you do is start off with making a D major chord shape, just a basic D major with index, ring, and middle fingers. Then going over here to the right hand, what we're going to do is we're going to focus for the video here on incorporating the thumb, index, and middle fingers for our Travis picking work. I know that some of the stuff that you'll see, the real old-time basic stuff, will incorporate thumb and index a lot of times, but we're going to incorporate thumb, index, and middle. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into this D major chord here. We're going to start off and I'm going to give you the basic idea of most popular Travis picking pattern. And what it's going to do, I'm going to get you to focus in on getting your thumb and your middle finger on the outside tones of that D chord. So we're going to have thumb on the open 4th, and we'll have the middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. We'll be hitting them together. And then we'll be going to the inside strings of the D major chord. We'll have a 2nd fret, 3rd string, and a 3rd fret, 2nd string. So together on the first two, and that's going to be a note of an 8th note, and then we'll have 16ths after that. Okay, that's the first beat. And then on the second beat, we're going to go back individual tones here now, going to the low bass open 4th, and then we'll have the middle finger grab that 2nd fret 1st string. Then we'll shift the thumb across to the 3rd string, get that note on that string, and then index will take care of the 2nd string 3rd fret tone. So we've got the together on the outside tones, working inside, then outside one at a time, and then inside one at a time. So it's quite a straightforward pattern, but when you speed this thing up, sounds pretty cool, and especially if you really get this thing smoking fast. Sounds very cool. So that's the first pattern I'm showing you. It's basically a 4-string pattern. Now we're going to move over to a 5-string pattern and incorporate the C major chord. So what I'd like you to start off with is just make yourself the standard C major chord first, or open position chord, whatever you want to call that one. And what we're going to do next is basically focus in on plucking initially on the outside tones. We're going to get the 1st string, and we'll also have the 5th string. We're going to pluck those two notes together with thumb and middle fingers. And then we'll move inside to the 4th and 3rd strings of the C major chord. Get those one at a time. Then we're going to go to the 5th string, then to the 2nd string, then to the 4th string, then to the 3rd. That takes care of the first 2 beats of the measure. Then next what we're going to do is double pluck on the 5th and 2nd strings this time, and then go on the inside notes of 4th and 3rd strings, over to the 5th string, and then to the 1st string open. So we're changing things up here a little bit, and then we're going back to the 4th string, and then the 3rd string. So we have, from the start of that measure, the outermost strings of the C chord, then working our way inside, then outside again. I'll speed that up a little bit. Okay, so that's our 5-string pattern. Now, next thing I'd like you to do is go into a G major chord, but for the G major, I'm going to get you to play the bass note with your middle finger, and then get the 5th string 2nd fret tone, the B tone, with your index, and get the uppermost tone on the 1st string 3rd fret with your ring finger. And we're just going to get this fingering because it's going to give us a lot better chance of getting a clear 5th string B note in the chord. So let's just get into the pattern now on this. We're going to double pluck on the outermost string, so we're going to get 1st string and the low 6th, plucking those together, then going on the inside open strings there, 4th and 3rd strings open. Then we're going to move over to the 5th string and then the 2nd string, back to the 4th and the 3rd. Then we're going to double pluck on the 5th and 2nd strings, then work our way inside again. And then one at a time we're going to get the bass, outer string there, the 6th, and the other string up on top of the 1st string. And then we're going to work our way inside again. So all together from the start of that measure, it's going to go. Just like that. So you can tell when we've moved over to the 6th string and what we did with the 5th string layouts, we can alter the pattern a little bit. We don't have to always be playing the same string sets. And there's a lot of alterations you can make to this concept of Travis picking. So it's quite versatile. The last Travis picking idea I'm going to go through with you is a classic country and western turnaround lick, and it goes like this. So it starts off on a C major chord, typical open, C major. We're going to take it from the root off 5th string 3rd fret using the thumb, the right hand. Then we're going to go across to the 1st fret note on 2nd string. And at that point, we're just going to backpedal across into the 3rd string and then the 4th string. Then we're going to head up to a C sharp diminished 7th chord with the middle finger taking the 4th fret of 5th string, ring finger on the 5th fret of 4th string. Index will take the 3rd fret of 3rd string, and the baby finger will be up there on the 2nd string, 5th fret. So that'll complete first measure. Then into the second measure, what we're going to do is make a G major chord with D in the bass. So it's just like a typical big G major bar chord, but we're focusing on the 4 inside strings. We're going to use ring finger on that 5th fret of 5th string, and then we'll use index, middle, and baby fingers to take care of 2nd string and 3rd string and 4th string, just like that on 3rd, 4th, and 5th frets. Then what we're going to do is pluck on the 1st string and the 6th string together open, and head over to open 4th string with the 1st fret played on the 3rd string and an open 2nd string. Just like that. Then we'll have an open 5th string A, and we're going to do a bar in the across the 4th through 1st strings at the 5th fret. We're going to also have the baby finger up on the 7th fret of the 1st string. We'll pedal back after we hit that or pluck that chord. We're going to do it sort of a comping style there. Pluck that 4th string 5th fret tone. Then we're going to add in our middle finger to kind of create a dominant 7th A sound there. Then we're going to do a full bar and catch all those 5th fret notes across from the 4th string. And what that's going to do is sort of produce an A minor 7 style of sound. Drop down 1 fret lower to an F sharp on the 4th fret of 4th string. So we're bringing in that basically that major 6 sound against that A chord, and then we're going to head to another G chord, and this time it's also got a D in the bass, but it's going to be played by open 4th string, and we'll just have those upper 3 tones, the B, D, and G notes at 4th fret of the 3rd string, and then we'll be barring on 3rd fret area of both 2nd and 1st strings to get that. And the last idea there is basically a lick. We're going to do a hammer-on the 3rd fret to 4th fret on 3rd string. Then we're going to catch the 3rd fret of the 2nd string and head over to the 4th string 5th fret to resolve the phrase. And then we'll just strum right across a big G chord to wrap things up. So one last time, it goes like this. Well, thanks for the question, Garrett. Hopefully this clarified things for you a little bit better, and for a lot of other folks, hopefully, as well, on the whole topic of Travis picking. You can head over to my website for this video lessons tab handout. The link is just in the sidebar. And once you're there, if you haven't done so already, be sure to set up a free membership account at the website. I try to post stuff, new stuff on the site for the members area weekly. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Keep jamming out on all this stuff, and I'll catch up with you once again real soon. Thanks. Take care.